What up, guys? Swifty here. I still have a big breakdown video on Justin Fields coming, but I thought I would kill a couple narratives about Justin that have been circulating in the national media and tell you guys a bit about what I expect from Justin in his sophomore season in the NFL. Despite all the criticism around our wide receiver room and the weapons on the offense, Justin Fields believes we have the talent. He says the talent is good enough. To quote Justin, he said, "We don't have Odell or a Cooper Kupp on our team. But at the end of the day, I think if everybody is on top of everything and not making mistakes, the players we have right now are good enough." He then added, "The fans outside of the facility, they don't know what's going on at practice. Just because we don't have a big name guy doesn't mean those guys aren't talented. I have plenty of confidence in myself and my teammates. We're going to get the job done." And that confidence right there is what I love. Justin Fields has confidence in his teammates and is stepping up to be a leader on this offense and this team. Coach Eberflus commented on how great Fields' deep ball is. It's something that most fans don't realize yet. A lot of people are pigeonholing Fields as a running quarterback. Yes, he is electric and the best running quarterback we've ever had. He also has an arm with more talent than Jay Cutler had and is a pass-first quarterback who can use his speed and athleticism to buy time in the pocket and make big plays out of nothing. So what should we expect from Justin Fields going into year two? I fully expect him to take a big step forward this year. The national media continues to make a joke out of our offense, and Fields is going to make them eat their words. Save your receipts now. Let's get into just a couple of the reasons why Fields will improve this year. First off, he's the unquestioned starter going into year two. This is so often overlooked. He wasn't getting starter reps in mini camps, training camp, or preseason last year, but then ended up forced into game action unprepared week 2. Great job, Matt Nagy. This year, he's the unquestioned starter and can finally start to establish himself as a leader on this team. He recently took a bunch of his teammates to a Blackhawks game and had some team bonding events. He is clearly embracing his role as a leader. He was put into a weird position last year. Nagy named Dalton the starter way before the season. The Fields couldn't even battle for a starting job. How was he supposed to step up as a leader? Then unprepared, he's forced into action game 2 when Dalton went down. One thing about Matt Nagy, I never liked him as a play caller or a head coach. He was carried by Vic Fangio to a Coach of the Year award and then was the main reason behind Mitch Trubisky's regression. But his handling of Justin Fields' rookie year was almost criminal. Nagy should have been fired before last season, but he was here and got to coach Justin Fields during his rookie year. Anyone who made snap judgments on Fields' rookie season could throw them out the window. Nothing about last season's offense was functional. It was honestly a joke and embarrassing to watch as a Bears fan. This is why I understand why some fans are so impatient and angry. We deserve better as fans. However, it's not right to take it out on the new guys trying to clean up the mess. They're building a system and an entire team around Justin Fields. This is how it should be done. Let's look at a recent breakout QB that had a defensive head coach. Let's kill some narratives here today, guys. Fans say we can't develop Fields with a defensive head coach. Who was Josh Allen's head coach? Oh, that's right. Defensive specialist Josh McDermott. Fans say we have to bring in big-time weapons for Fields to succeed. What did the Bills do for Josh Allen in year 2? They signed tight end Tyler Kroft and wide receiver Cole Beasley. Wow. They didn't have a Darnell Mooney on the roster. Their number 1 wide receiver was John Brown. That's right, NFL journeyman John Brown was Josh Allen's number 1 wide receiver in his second season. Career backup Tyler Kroft was the starting tight end, and Cole Beasley was the big free agent addition. They didn't have a single running back close to as good as David Montgomery is. And Tyler Kroft literally couldn't hold Cole Kmet's jockstrap. Let's be real here. But Bears media wants to tell you Fields doesn't have enough weapons. With Darnell Mooney, who was top 20 in yards and receptions last year. We then have Byron Pringle, who's 6'1", 200 pounds, and fast, was second in the entire NFL in separation last year. Then we added Velus Jones Jr., who played in the SEC and was number 1 in the nation in yards after catch and has 4.31 speed. Cole Kmet, the emerging young tight end, and a killer running back room featuring David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, and Trestan Ebner. Don't buy those narratives, guys. Our offense has more than enough talent to be good. Are we the most talented offense in the NFL or even top 10? No, we aren't. Are we the worst in the league? No freaking way. People who think that are going to be proven wrong this year. Also, a couple more videos surfaced on Twitter of his throwing motion. I've already talked about it, but wanted to just touch on how silky smooth it looked. The couple of clips released on Twitter looked great. No hitch in his elbow, smooth and quick release. I love to see it. Now let's talk about how this offense fits his skill set. Another reason why Fields will be successful this year, Getsy's offense is being built from the ground up around our quarterback and his talents. We are going to run the ball a lot. With those 3 previously mentioned running backs, we have one of the better running back groups in the league. Justin Fields will hit on some play action bombs this year. I am beyond excited to watch this offense. Over the rest of the offseason, Coach T is building a playbook, and I'm learning the 49ers West Coast offensive scheme in detail. I'm halfway through Bobby Peters' book on their offense. We'll be putting that analysis to work before the season gets going. There is a lot to get excited about, and I will continue bringing you guys reasons to look forward to the season. I am never going to be a blind homer who just likes every move. I'm always going to dig deep and give you guys honest takes. I'm a bit more of a glass half full guy than a glass half empty guy though, so I do try to see the positives in the situation. Last year at this time I wasn't quite as positive, but I was still hyped up for Justin Fields. I wanted Nagy gone though. I did root for him to succeed, but I am so glad he is gone and nowhere near Justin anymore. It's for the best. There was a surprising amount of Bears news and tidbits coming out of Halas Hall recently, so stay tuned. We got a lot more things to break down. I have the rest of the rookie breakdowns coming. I have Justin Fields, Cole Kmet, and Tevin Jenkins breakdowns, and much, much more. Special thanks to the founding members of the Swift Sports Network. You guys are legends. As always, be sure to hit that like button for me, guys. It really helps out. And until next time, bear down.